Worn tires is very dangerous for vehicles. Anyone does not know where and when the worn tire will create trouble. But still some people use worn tires because of the actions of new tires. Retreading is the process where worn tires is transformed into as same as new tire and the cost of tire reduced 50% than a quality new tire. Today in this fascinating video we will see how worn tires is retreaded in the workshop. The first step in the retreading process is the initial inspection. The worn tire is placed on a spreading machine which spreads the inner surface of the tire. A highly skilled technician carefully inspects the inner and outer surface of the tire to ensure the condition of tire is suitable for retreading. They remove nails and foreign objects embedded in the tread. If the inspector identifies any casing damages such as deep cuts, punctures, or significant sidewall damages that is not suitable for retreading, it is rejected and immediately returned to the customer. However, inspecting with the skillful hand and naked eyes of technician is not enough to identify small holes in the casing. Therefore, technicians use various technologies to identify non-visible small damages. One of these technologies is electrical inspection, a non-destructive method that identifies small holes by passing electrical current across the tire. The next process is buffing. In this step, the worn tread rubber is removed so that the new tread rubber can be applied. An operator loads the freshly inspected tire under the buffing machine which turns the casing at a higher speed. A special rasp blade peels off the worn tread rubber, leaving the tire surface clean and smooth for the application of new tread rubber. The amount of tread removed varies according to a type and size of the casing. After buffing, hidden damage and injuries in the buffed area are exposed, and these are repaired in a process called scabbing. Every damaged spot is precisely rubbed using a grinder. If the operator exposes the steel wire on the casing during rubbing, it is filled with uncured rubber from an extruder gun. This creates a strong bond between the damaged spots and the new tread rubber. If this step is not done properly, potentially weak spots can cause tread separation, steel wire looseness, or failure during tire use. Following scabbing, the next process is building. Building involves wrapping the new tread rubber around the worn tire surface. There are two methods of building, known as pre-cured and mold cure. Both methods are used based on the specific requirements of the tire. The pre-cure method involves coating the surface of the casing with Q-Zen, a sticky thin layer of non-vulcanized rubber. This acts as a glue, creating a strong bond between the casing and the new tread rubber. The tire should never touch the ground once it is coated. After that, the tread rubber is wrapped around the casing that has already been vulcanized with a new tread pattern. It is available in a variety of widths, design, and compounds. The ends of the tread are temporarily spliced by placing a piece of uncured rubber between them and stapling, ensuring that the ends remain stable during curing. Once the new tread rubber is applied, spinning rollers emerge to align and press the new tread rubber. The other method of building is mold cure, that involves wrapping a thin strip of uncured rubber around the buffed surface so the tire can be molded. Once the casing reached its final dimension, the tire is then cured in the next process called curing. Curing is the final stage of retreading that shapes the tire its uniform design, but the curing method of pre-cure and mold cure building is different. In pre-cure method, to adhere the tread rubber to the casing, vacuum pressure is created inside the casing and outside of tread, for which the tire is encased in a flexible rubber envelope. The envelope attached with valve wherefrom the air is sucked and create a vacuum pressure inside the casing during curing. Once the tire is enveloped, an arch rim is installed at the beads of tire to seal the envelope. Then it is vacuum tested to ensure there are no holes and leaks in the envelope. After that, the prepared tire is placed in a curing chamber, which maintains a specific pressure and temperature inside the chamber. Once the door of chamber is locked, an operator set a timer that ensures when the curing process will be completed. The inside of chamber is pressurized and the envelope exhausts pressure outside of the chamber. The tire is held for several hours to vulcanize the tread strongly. Once the curing process is done, the tire is removed from the chamber and envelope. However, in the mold cure method, the inner tube is placed inside the tire and the rim is installed. After that, the tire is carefully placed inside the molding frame and the mold is locked. The mold frame is then heated to a specific temperature and the tube is inflated for up to 3 hours, depending on the size of the tire. The tire is then start vulcanizing. Once the tire is fully vulcanized, the tire is removed from the mold frame and the excess part is cut. After that, the tar is sent to the final inspection, which ensures the quality of tar meets industry standard. An inspector identifies any defects or imperfections that might have occurred during the retreading process. They also test pressure of tar to identify the weakness of tar. If the tar passes all inspections, the tar is ready to use for customer. So this was the complete process of tar retreading. If you like this video, don't forget to like and comment on this video. And if you want to be interested in this type of fascinating video, you are welcome. Subscribe to this channel for latest update first. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.